Common question many property investors in Dubai are asking right now is whether they should sell because their property value appears to have reduced or dropped. First, it's important to distinguish two different things: stock price and actual value of the property. The Dubai Real Estate Financial Index has fallen around 30% since late February, but this refers to the stock listed developers, not actual physical property values. Many people see that 30% drop and assume their apartments have lost the same amount of value, but in reality, it's not. Ready property prices are down around 4 to 7% from the peak on average. However, in certain segments, especially high leverage investors in the secondary market have seen declines of 15 to 25%. In my view, this represents a necessary market correction rather than a collapse. So the real question is, should you sell? Well, that depends on three key factors. First, do you actually need the money? If you're selling in a weak market driven by sentiment, you will likely to take a loss because it is currently a buyer's market rather than a seller's market. Second, what is your investment horizon? Well, Dubai has historically recovered from every major downturn over the past 2 decades, including the 2008 financial crisis, the 2010 regional unrest, and the COVID-19 pandemic. If your plan was to hold for 5 to 10 years, then short-term fluctuations shouldn't necessarily change your strategy. Third, what type of property do you own? Prime waterfront villas and limited supply communities have held up much better compared to mid-market apartments in oversupplied areas. My general advice is not to panic sell. If you truly need an exit, do so based on proper valuation rather than urgency. If you don't need to exit, this period can be used to reassess your portfolio and position yourself for the next cycle. During the COVID period, many investors hesitated due to uncertainty, but those who bought discounted prices ended up benefiting significantly later. Before the pandemic, most Dubai property buyers were investors rather than end users, roughly 80% investors and 20% end users. Today, the ratio is closer to 50-50, indicating a shift towards more people choosing to live in Dubai long term. It's also worth noting that many investors from regions such as India, Pakistan, the Middle East have limited alternative markets. Other global hubs like Singapore are extremely expensive. Hong Kong faces geopolitical uncertainty, and Turkey has economic instability. For many international investors already in Dubai, including Europeans, Russians, and Indians repatriating funds, is also not straightforward due to taxation or regulatory considerations in their home countries. Ultimately, the best case scenario is stability returning, the conflict easing, and Dubai continuing its position as one of the most attractive places globally to live, work, and invest.